Hey guys, I welcome you all to the E-class of Science at Khaderia after a long comeback. I hope that you are familiar about the concept of atoms, matter, compounds and molecules. And now it's time to discuss on the topic of atomic structure. There are many subtopics under this, but at present we'll be looking forward purely about the atomic theories. Before that, I have a question for you. How small is an atom? Can anyone tell about this? Yes, it is really very small. Scientists have found that it is 1,000 times very smaller than a human hair. Single human hair is really larger, 1,000 times larger than a small atom. It can't be even seen through a microscope. So it is very small. The average diameter of an atom is 1 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So this is a diameter of an atom. So looking forward, many scientists right from the early ages have put their efforts to discover many things regarding these atoms. So they have formulated most of the theories about this atomic structure. So these are termed to be as atomic theories. So we'll see how namely or particularly three of the scientists developed the atomic theory according to their knowledge. So first is Dalton's atomic theory. John Dalton. So Dalton's atomic theory is formulated by John Dalton, who is also regarded as the father of modern atomic theory. So John Dalton is regarded to be as the father of modern atomic theory. So this is John Dalton, and what he formulated is all matter is made up of atoms. Atoms are indestructible and cannot be divided into smaller particles. That is, atoms are indivisible. All atoms of one element are exactly alike but are different from atoms of other elements. So, we conclude that Dalton's atomic theory is just a single, if we want to tell in a single line, he stated that atoms are indivisible. Since it is very small, it is really indivisible. That is, it cannot be divided into smaller particles. And he also formulated that atom is in a spherical shape. So Dalton's model is that he proposed that an atom is in a solid sphere. So like a ball, it is in a solid spherical shape. And next we come to Thomson's theory. J.J. Thomson. The second scientist is J.J. Thomson, and he has also tried something about this atomic theory. Let's see what is Thomson's theory here. So Thomson's atomic model is somewhat weird really. So what he did is he just compared an atom to a half a part of a watermelon. So he regarded that the positive charge of an atom is equal to that of a red skinny part of a watermelon, that is fleshy part of watermelon, whereas the electron, which is a negative charged one, is compared to the seeds, that is black seeds, which is embedded, which is combined with that red fleshy part. So what he concluded is that positive charge and negative charge in an atom is is equal. Both are collided and both are together and are equal. So this is an atomic model of J.J. Thomson. So what he did is, so due to his achievement of finding this positive charge and negative charge, he received a Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1906. So first Dalton, what he did is, he just framed the fact that atom is in spherical model, whereas J.J. Thomson found that in an atom the positive and negative charges are equal. And next and final one is Rutherford. So the name of the scientist is Ernest Rutherford. So let's see what he has formulated according to his theory. So for atomic theory, he conducted a scattering experiment. We call it as also as gold foil experiment. So the things which he used was gold foil, a thin sheet of gold, and lead block shield, a zinc sulfide screen, and source of alpha particles. So these were the four things which were required for this scattering experiment. So this is the setup, as how the thin gold sheet is covered entirely by a zinc sulfide shield, and the alpha particles, the source from which the alpha particles come, is shielded through a lead conductor. Okay, so this is how the setup was. So when, along with Hans Geiger and Ernest Marsden, Rutherford fired alpha particles at a thin piece of gold foil. You can see in this picture as how he directed the alpha particles towards the thin gold foil. So what happened is, they discovered that most of the particles traveled straight through the foil, but a few returned on the same side that they came from. The alpha particles had run into huge concentrations of positive charge and were repelled, thus proving that in the center of the atom was a dense, positively charged ball, which is called to be as the nucleus. So in simpler form, we conclude that the atom must be mostly of empty space. So he concluded that, Rutherford concluded that the atom must be mostly of empty space, very small nucleus with a positive charge with a large electrical field was found in an atom. So nucleus must be positively charged in order to create an electrostatic force of repulsion, whereas electrons must be on the outside of the atom. So you can see a picture which is given down, which is given below here. Inside the nucleus, the red is the protons and blue is the neutrons, which consists of nucleus, which constitutes of nucleus, whereas the black ones or the gray ones is the electron, which revolves around the nucleus. So in simpler form, we conclude that Rutherford found the nucleus was in a spherical shape and the nucleus was positively charged, whereas the negative charged electrons revolved around this positively charged nucleus. So as a result of his observation, Rutherford suggested that the atom as a positively charged center which contained most of the mass. So he called the heavily positive charged center as nucleus. So he concluded that the positively charged nucleus was surrounded by electrons which was in a negatively charged path. So it used to revolve around the nucleus along its orbit. So this is the Rutherford's model of an atomic structure. Nucleus, which consists of neutron and proton, and out of the nucleus or the electron orbits, which consists of electrons that revolves around this nucleus. So these are the differences between atomic theories of Dalton, J.J. Thomson, and Ernest Rutherford. Again, I repeat, John Dalton framed that atom is indivisible and spherical, whereas J.J. Thomson formulated that positive and negative charges are equal, and Rutherford formulated that negative charges revolve around the nucleus that consists of positive charge. So different scientists, they formulated their own theories for this particular atomic structure. Thank you.